Welcome back. So, just to revise what we have discussed in our previous lecture is that we have seen that whether we should go for replacement or not, that we have explained with the help of a numerical problem. So the second question which is to be answered when we are going for replacement analysis is, if the answer to replacement is yes, that is we are opting for replacement, what should be the ideal time when such replacement is to be made? So this we will be explaining with the help of a numerical problem which is as follows.
Like in the second problem. So what the second problem says, that is a second challenger CX competes with the defender D that has the current market value of $5,000. So the defender is same what we have discussed in problem 1. So all these values are same what we have discussed in problem 1, that is the first or the market value of the defender is given as 5,000, and the operating expenses for the defender in year 1, 2 and 3 they are given in this table. Now apart from this, what else is given? So a new challenger CX has a purchase price of $9,000. So the purchase price of the new challenger is given as $9,000, but 6,000 is offered for the defender as the trade-in, and the seller guarantees that the operating cost will be no more than 800 per year. So what it says, what is associated with this challenger, that the company who is manufacturing this challenger is ready to buy the defender now for a cost of $6,000, and initially the cost of the challenger is given as $9,000, and the company who is dealing with this challenger guarantees that your operating expenses will not be more than 800 per year. So whenever we are having this kind of case where there is an exchange of the defender for a new challenger, so what we feel that presently the defender is available for 5,000, but the company who is supplying this particular challenger is purchasing my old equipment for rupees $6,000. That is 1,000 more than what is the present market value of this defender at this point of time. Now the catch in this question is that this is an example of inflated price of the challenger. Okay, so what we are focusing, we are simply focusing that this company who is supplying this challenger, it is buying the existing defender for $6,000, which is again 1,000 more than what is the cost of this defender. But we are not paying any focus that this challenger is basically available for $9,000. So the thing is that in this type of example, the company is basically quoting a higher price of this challenger. So whenever we are making computations, we have to first normalize the cost of this challenger. So how this can be taken care of? This can be taken care of simply by reducing this cost. We can reduce this cost. How we can reduce it? Since the present market value from a neutral party for this defender is coming out to be 5,000, and the company is offering 6,000 for the same. That means the difference between 6,000 and 5,000 is $1,000. So whenever we are making computations, so instead of taking the challenger cost to be 9,000, we will take this 9,000 minus 1,000 into account. That is 8,000 rupees. We will be using this 8,000 rupees as the first cost of this challenger. Okay, so let's see how. So it is basically a case of inflated salvage value of the defender, since the defender which presently is of 5,000 rupees from a neutral party's assessment, but the company who is dealing with in this defender is offering 6,000 for the same defender. So the thing is, the difference between the known market value, that is 5,000 in this case, and the seller's higher offer, that is treated as a reduction in the challenger's purchase price. So I have already told you that instead of making calculation on the basis of 9,000 rupees, especially for the challenger, we will reduce the cost of this challenger by how much? 9,000 minus 6,000 minus 5,000. So it comes out to be 8,000 in this case. So instead of using 8,000 rupees or 9,000 rupees, we will make our computations for the challenger by using the first cost to be 8,000, because that is basically this. Since instead of 9,000 we are making computations for by taking into account the first cost to be 8,000, so that is why it is known as the inflated salvage value of the Defender. So again, for the Defender, if we draw the cash flow is same what we have drawn for problem 1. So again, the EAC is same as $4119. Now when it comes to challenger, since higher price is being offered for the Defender, so that higher price is being taken care of by reducing the first cost of the challenger. So instead of making computations by using $9,000 as the first cost, we will be doing computations by reducing the cost price, by reducing the first cost of this challenger by 1,000 rupees, that is 6,000 minus 5,000, so it comes out to be 1,000, and 9,000 minus 1,000, it will be equal to 8,000. So in this case, the first cost of the challenger will be 8,000 rupees instead of 9,000, and again the annual expenses, they are given as 8,000. So you just convert this cash flow into annuities or equivalent annual cost. So 8,000 is already given as in the form of annuities, so as it is, convert this present worth into annuities by using the formula A equal to P into I into 1 plus I to the power n upon 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. So this is converting this 8,000 into annuities and adding 8,000 to it, 800 to it. So this will give us an equivalent annual cost of the challenger as 4131. So if we just compare these two costs, though the Defender is being, though the company is offering a higher price of the challenger, but if we see the EAC values, it is not desirable to replace this Defender with this challenger, since the EAC of the Defender is still less as compared to this of the challenger. Therefore, since the EAC of this challenger CX is greater than EAC of this Defender, so Defender must not be replaced. So that is the second case where we have a inflated salvage value of the Defender. Now in this particular case, we have seen that both the Defender and the challenger, they are having equal lives. Now let us take up a case where the economic life is not equal. So as far as in unit 1, what we did, we used the repeatability assumption to make the economic life of both the comparable asset equal, but the approach is rather a bit different when we are dealing with the problems related to Defender and challenger, or the problems related to replacement. So repeatability assumption for the Defender is unrealistic, as it is an old equipment exhibiting decreased efficiency and it is hard to find the identical one. So the thing is that whenever we are making repeatability assumptions, it is not a very it is basically a very unrealistic assumption when we are dealing with the Defender, because the Defender is an old piece of equipment, and if we are buying it say after the end of 3 years or 4 years, then the same equipment will not be available because of technological advancement. The same identical equipment will not be available in the market. So however, for the challenger it holds good, because this is relatively a new piece of equipment. So the thing is that the repeatability assumption is not valid whenever we are making computations for the Defender. So let's see how to solve the problem when we have unequal lives. Say for example, let us take an example. So the number of years are given, and the defender is basically the life of the defender is given as 3 years, same as we have taken in the previous examples. Now a new challenger is available. The price of this challenger is given as 12,000 rupees, and the annual operating cost of the challenger is $700, and the economic life is of 5 years. So salvage value is also given. For the defender it is 0, and for the challenger it is given as 2,000 at the end of 5 years. So the thing is, again, with this data we have to answer whether it is desirable to replace this defender or not. So as far as the computations of the defender is concerned, we have already done it. So the EAC for the defender comes out to be $14119, as we have done in the previous example. So let's focus on the challenger only. So if we draw the cash flow for the challenger, the first cost is given as $12,000, and the annual operating expenses is given as $700. The salvage value for the challenger is given as $2,000. So simply, if I just find out the EAC of the challenger, that is, if we just convert this cash flows into annuities, so using the appropriate relation, if I just find out, and if we compare the EAC values of the two, we will notice that the EAC for the challenger is coming out to be lower over a period of 5 years as compared to that of the defender over a period of 3 years. So the thing is, for the computation of EAC for the challenger, we are taking n equal to 5, number of years equal to 5, and when for the defender the economic life is given as 3 years, so it is taken to be 3 years. So first thing is that whenever we are making computation regarding replacement, so we have to take the economic life of each one. If the economic life is different, so we just compute the EAC for the defender taking its economic life into account, and again computing the EAC value of the challenger by taking its economic life into account. So here the economic life is of 3 years, so we have taken 3 years into computation, and for the challenger the economic life is given as 5 years, so we have taken 5 years into computation. Now if we just look at the EAC values, again the EAC value for the challenger is less as compared to that of the defender. That means the challenger or the defender needs to be replaced with this new challenger. Now the thing is, when to replace it. So the thing is, whenever we are having unequal economic life, so no need of making a repeatability assumptions, just compute the EAC values for the given economic life, and based on the results or based on the numerical values of the EAC, we can decide upon that whether to continue with the defender or to replace this defender with a new challenger. So that is how we deal with challenger with unequal life. Okay. Now, another thing is that once I make calculations, so simply we are answering one thing, that is whether to go for replacement or not. So in this case, in this case where we are having unequal lives based on the values of EAC, so the answer comes out to be yes, it is advisable to replace this defender with the help of this challenger. Now the second question which is important, when to replace. So as far as if we just see this problem, a replacement may be done now, or a replacement may be done after 1 year, or it may be done after 2 years, or it may be done after 3 years. So the second question which is to be answered with the help of this replacement studies is when to replace this defender. So let's see how the computation for calculating the appropriate time for the replacement is being done. Now consider a problem. Consider the following data pertaining to microcomputers, given that EAC of the challenger is given as $40,000, so it is already given. Minimum attractive rate of return is given as 10%. Should the defender be replaced? If so, when? So this is the data pertaining to the Defender is given, and as far as the EAC value the Challenger is concerned, it is already computed. So we have to find out whether the replacement is desirable, and if the replacement is desirable, then when this replacement should be made. So let's focus on the Defender first. So the trade-in values for the Defender is given. Annual maintenance cost for the Defender is given over a period of 2 years, and the annual operating cost for the Defender is given over a period of 2 years. First, see whether the replacement is to be done or not. So again, I have told you that these trade-in values, it may be the purchase price and it may be the salvage value, depending upon where we are, at which point of time we are purchasing it and at which point of time we are selling it in an open market. So if I just draw the cash flow, so the purchase price of the Defender is given as 12,000. Then the salvage value at the end of 2 years is given as 3,000. Now, as far as taking the economic life to be 2 years, this data is fictitious. We will not be using this data. Fine. Now, so the purchase price, we have shown it on the cash flow. The salvage value, we have shown this on the cash flow. Now when it comes to annual cost, so the annual cost for first year of operation is 5,000 plus 28,000, so this will be 33,000, and for the second year of operation it will be 6,500 plus 32,000, so it will be 38,500. So if I just compute the EAC of the Defender by using the appropriate relationships, so we will see that this is coming out to be approximately $41105. So if we just see the Challenger, for the Challenger the EAC value is less as compared to that of the Defender. So that means the Challenger needs to be replaced. So that is the first answer, that replacement is desirable. Now the second question which is to be answered, that if this replacement is to be made, then at what appropriate time this replacement should be carried out. So let's see how we do that. So say for example, if I just operate this Defender for a year. So just for a year means keeping the Defender just for a year. Okay. So if I just keep this Defender just for a year, so again if I draw the cash flow for 1 year of economic life, so this will be the purchase price. Now whenever we are drawing it for 1 year economic life, you see this will be used as a salvage value. Okay, so 8,000 is the salvage value. Fine. And the first year of operation, the annual cost of first year of operation is given as 28,000 plus 5,000, it will be 33. So if I just compute the annual cost or equivalent annual cost for year 1, so it comes out to be $38200. Now if I just compare this with the EAC of the Challenger, since the EAC for year 1, that is for the Defender, is less than EAC of the Challenger, the EAC of the Challenger is given as 40,000, and here in this case, if we just continue with this equipment just for a year, the EAC comes out to be 38,200, which is less than the EAC of overall EAC of the Challenger. That means we need not to replace this Defender within this particular year, that is within a year. It is not desirable to replace this Defender, or replacement should not be done within the first year of operations. So thus Defender need not to be replaced during year 1. Fine. Now of course if this is the answer and overall we are getting that the Defender or the Challenger needs to be replaced, obviously it will be replaced after year 1. Let us see whether this is coming out true by computations or not. So this is when we are operating the Defender just for a year. Now if we just operate this Defender for second year, what will be the cash flow? So if we just see the values, if we just operate it for the second year, that means we are purchasing this Defender at this point of time and we are selling it here at the end of year second. So the first cost will be 8,000 rupees and the salvage value is given as 3,000 rupees. So this will be the salvage value. So this arrow is basically representing 3000 rupees. This 3000 rupees is basically the salvage value. This is arrow is representing 3000 rupees. Somehow I missed here, but this is 3000 rupees. And the annual operating cost for, if we keep this in operation, is coming out to be 32,000 plus 6500. So 32,000 plus 6500, if we just add these two values, this will be 38,500. Now if I compute the annual charges or an equivalent annual cost for year 2, or simply you just transfer this cash flow here and add and subtract arithmetically, so what I get is $44,300. That means if we use this equipment for the second year of operation, the EAC is coming out to be higher than that of the Challenger, because the EAC for the Challenger is given as $40,000. So for the second year of operation, the equivalent annual cost of the Defender is coming out to be more than that of the Challenger. That means within this year, that is during second year, this equipment needs to be replaced, or this Defender needs to be replaced with that of the Challenger. So this is how we answer that when replacement is to be done. So in our next part, we'll focus on some more problems.
So the second question which we have answered by taking up this numerical example is when to replace. So we have seen the methodology of calculating the time at which the replacement is desirable. So this is all about the replacement analysis, the different problems we have discussed. So thank you very much.